Hello, good day. My name is Damien. Welcome back to our channel at Fixwin PC, where today our topic is DVR hacking. Yes, I said hacking. Now, this is just for educational purposes only. If you do engage in such activities without the owner's permission, you can be prosecuted according to the laws of your country. However, I'm just showing you this to educate you as an end user or as a technician as to how people go about accessing remote DVRs, and as a technician you would know how to best secure your client's equipment against such threats. So the purpose of this video is to demonstrate how simple it is to access the remote DVR that have default setups. So the first thing you're going to have to let them know, they're going to have to change that default password. As we proceed, you're going to see the reason why you should do such things. Alright, so we're going to need a couple things first. We're going to need a program named Angry IP, right? And you could just use any web browser to find your IP addresses. Now there are different IP address scanners and port scanners out there. I just choose Angry IP because it works very quickly. So to download Angry IP, you open my web browser. I'm opening Chrome today, and you go to angryip.org/download. Now from downloads you get to choose, which download you want to do. This one just has Windows because this PC is a Windows PC, so it automatically goes to Windows. But once you get to angryip.org, you go to download, and you will obviously pick whichever one you're using, Linux, Mac, or Windows. So you hit on Windows, it will tell you which one you want to install. If you're not sure if your PC is a 32-bit or 64-bit, then use the installer. Right? So you hit the installer, download this one. This one will automatically select. I already have it downloaded, so I will not be downloading it again. But you download there and you save it, and then you just follow the instructions, you run it, and you open the program, and you have it installed. Alright, so and the next thing you're going to need is to get to some IP addresses. So after you downloaded your Angry IP scanner, you can then go to nersoft.net, nersoft, or however you want to pronounce that, right? And you can look up IP addresses here, like ranges, like blocks of IP addresses for different countries. So you can go to nersoft.net and find where they have the IP addresses, country IP / whatever country.html. So I have a bunch of IP addresses here that I am willing to try. So let's open Angry IP, and then we'll take some IP addresses from here, run it through the program, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get Angry IP open. I have it saved here somewhere. There you go. Alright, so the program opens. So immediately it latches on to my network. This is my network IP range. So we're going to replace this with the IP addresses that we had on the other page previously. But before that, you might want to set some preferences to your device. So you go into the preferences, or as a matter of fact, you go to fetchers. That's how you're going to get the different information. So the fetchers I have is ping. Give you the ping time, give you your host name so you know what device it is. If it gives out that information, you get to see the ports. You could give your port number if scanned properly, if it's open or what. You could also web detect. In other words, if that device with that IP address has a web browser, it will detect that. You also could get NetBIOS information and the MAC address. Now all this information is important to me when I scan networks, because I use this program to scan networks to find DVRs and other devices that you're looking for. Sometimes that's why I keep the MAC address. So sometimes the web detect doesn't always detect the web page, or there's a problem for some reason the web page won't open. I use the MAC address. But for today's purpose, what we really want to focus on is probably the host name, ports, web detect. Alright, so you just add these fetchers from over here. You just select whichever one and you send them over here. You select this back and remove it. Alright, so these are the ones you select, and these are the ones that's going to be here. Alright, so that's good. So let's get our IP addresses. So the first thing we're going to do, let's go here. Which one are we going to do? Let's just do this one. Alright, I don't want them all. So we just get that. Copy. Yeah, paste that in. And let's do 2 range. So what we're going to do basically is scan that range of external IPs. Alright, so here we go. ABCD, what the hell? There you go. Don't know what the hell happened. It was giving me a strange error. Probably just copied in something else that wasn't supposed to be there. Extra space or something that I couldn't see. So yeah, now it has begun to scan. Now let's just wait for the scan to complete. Right, so it's finished scanning. And here we have scanned 8,128 hosts. We get 1,563 responses. With open ports we have 80, so that's 80 possible DVRs that we have that we can try to access today. Maybe DVRs, maybe routers, who knows. So let's dive right in, see what shows up. So we start with the first one. So we see we already have a web detect. This green means it's good, it made good connection. There's a ping of 125 milliseconds. And we have a web detect. So we right click, say show details, you can do all that, but I like to go open web browser. So it'll open your default browser and you go and let's see what shows up. Okay, this looks like a router. Another tip, please do not have default passwords on your home router. If the default password is very secure, like one of those crazy numbers and letters, that's a long string, that's okay. That might actually be secure. Just be a pain to access your router, but at least someone like me who's doing this right now won't be able to access it. So let's just test. Put in admin and a default password, and there we go. We have access to our router. But this is even more dangerous than having access to a DVR, because having access to the router gives that person access to the entire network. The entire network. So I can come in here and go into your firewall, open up ports to different devices, go into the LAN, see what you have, see what's on your client list, see what you have attached to your devices, see what's attached wirelessly and wired. So I know which company this is, but this is not even the company's fault. Even though they should handle their routers with, pretty secure passwords on them. Just saying. I'm not gonna call the company's name, but just saying. So now this person's entire network is exposed because somebody just happenstance upon their IP address. Now I can start getting into iPads and Android devices, Samsung Galaxy 6, somebody's SM Edge. If there's a vulnerability, I can exploit that. There's another iPad. So yeah, and there's unknown Ethernet. I'm pretty sure one of these is a DVR, because if I'm not mistaken, yep, there's a DVR here somewhere. DVR. So you see how dangerous this is? You can get in there, and I'm surprised it didn't show up at the first. So that means there either was a DVR or it's not properly configured, and the port forwarding is not working. So let's log out. Let's go to more fruitful territories. So yeah, that was a router. Let's go down, see what else is available. Oh, DNVR webs. Once you see one of these, pretty sure it's a DVR. So let's open a web browser, see what type of DVR it is. And oh, Hikvision. Yep. So normally with these Hikvisions, there's no longer default password. I forget which firmware edition that is that does that, but the old Hikvision DVRs used to have a default password, and they no longer do. When you log into Hikvision now, the instant you put it on and you access the DVR itself at the DVR, it asks you to put in a password, which makes it much more secure, because it used to come with a default password of 12345. And anybody who knew how to come from 1 to 5 saw the screen and they were like, oh, let me just try it. And sometimes people don't change the default passwords because, you know, either they don't know to change it, or they were doing it themselves, so they don't really have networking knowledge, or really security minded, cyber security minded, to know, well, hey, I need to secure my password for my DVR. Oh wow, I think I've encountered this one already, and I remember the default password for this one. It's interesting. Is that it? Yep, that was it. And I found the default password for this one by just doing a Google search, right? So this is someone else's DVR that I can now get into and pretty much do what I want. I could make all their screens go dark, I can change stuff, I can, you know, throw off their network settings, I could, you know, just cause all types of chaos. More than likely this person is configured with the platform access. You know, they have that barcode scanning thing, they scan the barcode, they got remote access, they're happy, they move on, not knowing that they got access and the rest of the world has access. Because I didn't put in any special ports, it's open on port 80, and I'm in there. I could do all types of stuff, you know. Yeah, port 80, so it's there. So at least they changed the RTSP port, or that's maybe the default port this one comes with, you know. But I still got access, so now I can change things, right? So yeah, that's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Alright, I'll blur this information out where possible. Well, I have to anyway. So yeah, so we see how easy it is to get in. We've basically seen the reason why we have to have secure passwords on all your devices. Believe that it could be somebody sitting somewhere right now plotting on how to just access your stuff. Trust me when I say secure your passwords. Move that default password, put in a good password, capital letters, common letters, numbers, symbols, where it would allow. Some DVRs don't allow for you know, these symbols, others do. So make the password as strong as possible. Alright, so this has been another helpful tidbit. Hope it's helpful to you, and you can see how easy it is to access your DVR. So take the necessary precautions, change that the default passwords on the DVR and even your router, because you see even your router is exposed. So take the precautions, secure it from the first door to the last door, front and back door. Secure it, secure it, secure it. Alright, so this has been Damien from Fixed PC, and thanks for joining.